I was actually racing stewarding, and John Gilmore, who's part of the Scottish part of the World Horse Welfare, told me about them originally, and then I saw a programme on the television about them, and yeah, it was fascinating. There was about 2,000 acres that these ponies were running on, and all the fences, apart from the perimeter fences, all the fences were flattened. They just didn't exist, and so the ponies could go wherever they wanted, and they'd all sort of sectioned off into little herds or stallions with their mares, a few mares each. And then the bachelor herd that obviously weren't allowed near the mares, they were the youngsters, and lovely types, really good ponies. You know, the mixture, mainly I think they originally started with the Highland ponies, and then they introduced Connemara, Welsh Cob, Arab and Thoroughbred. So there was a real mixture of breeding because there was indiscriminate breeding because no one was really controlling them. But as a type, the bases were there from the Highlands and really useful, hard-working type ponies. But you know, you just couldn't get near them. So rounding them up and sorting them out was the problem for the World Horse Welfare. But the good thing from my point of view is that the World Horse Welfare got involved. Not because it was a welfare issue, but because it had the potential to be. The owner of the farm and the owner of these ponies is on his own. He's getting older, as we all are, and the ponies had sort of got away from him. He'd sort of lost control of them, as it were, and so the World Horse Welfare got involved, got all the colts and stallions gelded, gave them all passports, checked all their feet, wormed them, did everything that was necessary, and then it was possible for people to come in, the potential buyers, and take them on. So you know, it's been great for the owner that the World Horse Welfare have got involved, and also you know, I think to date it's a huge success story. The ponies that we're hopefully going to take home today, as I said, there's a mixture of some of the older ones that might do the riding school, that are sensible looking and behaving, and that they've got a bit of substance to them, that, you know, they might be able to carry a bit of weight. I mean, the Highland ponies were bred to carry heavy people and stags off the hill on shooting days, so you know, they're quite substantial ponies anyway. And then on the other side, we're looking at some that might be athletic for competing. So I think we're hoping that we might take a few of the older ex-stallions home that have been gelded, and see if they turn into sort of riding school horses, if they're quiet enough, and also to take some of the younger ones that might do. My daughter, for example, is looking for projects to do, and she might produce one or two for competitions. So when we get them rounded up, we'll get a closer look at them, so see if there's any injuries or anything that we don't want. But at the moment, they look pretty healthy out there. There's two ponies here I rather like. This pale one near us, which is a youngster with a white star. He looks as though he's got a bit of scope and a bit of sort of ranginess about him, that he'll grow. He's quite young, he'll grow into something quite nice. And I think the bay one by the telegraph pole is an ex-stallion, and we're pretty keen to take him home because we think his temperament's very good, and he's a lovely type, a lovely shape of pony, is good shoulder and a lovely expression, a very good eye. And although he's been a stallion and not been handled, we think that he will, and the lovely snip on the nose and the star, we think he'll make a lovely riding pony. So you know, there's two there that we're, provided no one else has bought them, then we're quite keen to take them home. Well, the two ponies that we're looking at here in the background, Dorlan, the bay one, is turning into a really good school pony, and that he's very quiet, and anyone and everyone can ride him. The chestnut one, Glen Fiddick, is settling all the time, and the college students are using them a lot, plus they're doing other lessons on the riding school. And we've got a couple of youngsters that I think have the potential to be FEI competition ponies. They're really good movers, good jumpers, and you know, have the right attitude, sort of competition attitude. And also we use them for, we have a group of children who perhaps come from troubled backgrounds, and they're finding life in general difficult, and they find schoolwork difficult, and so they come here as a sort of therapy, and they've been working with these ponies, and it's been fascinating because these kids have sort of bonded with the ponies, and their school teachers have said how much the children have improved in their home environment and actually in their school environment just by working with the ponies. So again, you know, it's another great job that these ponies are doing here. It's been a very worthwhile project to get involved in this, and it's great for us to see the ponies going from wild to working ponies. You know, horses and ponies and most animals, they like to work, they like to have a job and a purpose, and so it's been great for us to give these ponies the chance. It's also been great for us because they're lovely, lovely ponies and good types, and the clients are enjoying riding them. So, you know, it works all round. It works for the wild horse welfare, it works for the breeder, and it's working for us.